You were on the LSU BCS National Championship team for Nick Saban at LSU, were you not, sir?
I was.
Did he recruit you personally?
Nick Saban? Yeah, it was his first recruiting class. Mm-hmm.
What was that like for you to have him stroll in? Basically, he was coming out of Michigan State at that point in time.
I was actually at that time kind of decided I was going to go to Florida and play for Spurrier, and Nick was signed to LSU, and I changed my mind and decided to be a Tiger, and you know.
Did you call Spurrier and personally deliver that news?
No, I did not. But I had not formally committed. I was in the process of. I'd visited there and kind of thought that's what I was going to do. And then Nick came in, and I met with him over the summer, and really just, from day one realized this guy's pretty special. And
how is that? Why is that?
I think there's certain people you meet in coaching that just through a conversation of understand how they see ball, how they see the big picture, the process, how you go about being successful at something. It's bigger than just X's and O's and whether we're going to win or lose. It's about, man, this guy has a process day in and day out that he's going to go about to be successful. And it is something that just clings you to him the moment you sit down with him. And I've always said this, not that Sean has had that kind of success at all, but I've said since I've been there that Sean is one of the first people I've been around like that just immediately you can sit and talk with him and you get a feel like with Nick that, man, this guy's daily process rhythm, how he goes about working and being successful is just different. It's different.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that is there any similarities? Obviously, they're from different generations, and obviously he, like you, just won a first career playoff game, so obviously there's some brake pumping that you need to do when you talk about Sean McVay at this point in time, but I could tell when I met him at the Combine when he had just gotten the job, almost 2 years ago at this point in time. Actually, it was the anniversary of his 2 years of his hiring was the night of the win over the Cowboys. You could tell there's something there. Is there a similarity in any way between
I really do. The intensity, really, just the obviously both of them are extremely intelligent guys, but the intensity day in and day out that just never changes, never wavers, never win, lose, good day, bad day, has nothing to do with how they're going to go about their job every single day at the same intensity, and there's never once you're like, oh, okay, today's not in the mood or today's kind of tired and he's going to let somebody else. I mean, it's just every day that intensity level is 1,000%. And it's you almost just sit there and go, man, there's no way he can be that way all the time. It's going to wear out. But I mean, I've said that about Nick since I was there, which was 17 years ago. So
how often are you in contact with him at all?
Not much. But I told somebody this the other day. I said, you know what, Nick and I haven't talked since he left LSU to go to the Dolphins, and I have zero doubt that I'd walk in there and it would be like we'd seen each other the day before. I mean, I always had a respect for him, and I was one of his guys when he was there, and that's kind of how I've done most of my career, just the process I go about things and how I do things. A lot of that influence came from him.
Well, and obviously, what you do and how you go about it, Andrew Whitworth, is people are going to be watching you. There was one play that I saw on the Twitterverse as well that really jumped out was on the field goal that Zierlein attempted from damn near the parking lot at the end of the first half. The one person who ran down the field just in case it was going to get returned, the person who beat everybody down the field, that was you. Are you aware of those sorts of things when you're attempting them, or is that just innate for you?
It is innate a little bit and aware at the same time. I mean, to me, it's always about opportunities and leadership to show how important things are to you and to make sure that you always are a tone setter. In my family, with my wife and the kids and all that, we always talk about that. Like, just when we walk in a place or we go somewhere, we want to be tone setters in the sense of like just being positive and being somebody that people are like, man, we want to be around these people. Because, I mean, I think people see leadership and things a lot of different ways. In my opinion, the greatest leaders are people that you want to walk in a room with, not that you want to listen to. So my point is like, yeah, I can give you, like, somebody could say, hey, this guy's a good leader, gives me good advice. But the reality is if, like, they're really a truly great leader, if, like, you're like, you know what, that's the person I want to be around every day because I'm a better version of myself when I'm around them. And to me, that's like what I try every day. Obviously, I make plenty of mistakes, but to me, it's like I want to have a conscious mind of like, hey, who do I want to be, when people are saying, hey, is this the guy I want to look up to? Is this the guy I want to be on the line with? Is this the guy I want to be a teammate with? Mm-hmm. Am I trying to do my best to be that version, and just constantly questioning myself on that.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.